Here's what I would like for y'all to do tonight. Go outside. It might be cold. Put on your jacket. Look up in the sky and look at the moon. Look at how beautiful. But don't just look at how beautiful it is. Look at how shiny it is. Look at how bright it is. And ask yourself, is it really possible for a man to stand on something that shines so bright? Hell to the no. I don't give a shit what Neil Armstrong say. I don't give a shit about what his other 11 white men say. And I do find that a little bit interesting that it was just 12 white men up there. They ain't take no black man up there. They ain't take no black woman up there. They ain't take no white woman up there. But we'll get into that in a future video because there's a lot of male chauvinistic shit going on right there. Not only is it male chauvinistic, it was a whole lot of racial shit going on right there. Let's get into it because they said, according to Google, that the moon is 100 million miles away from the sun. The moon is actually closer to Earth than the sun is. They always tell us that the moon gets a reflection from the sun, right? What happens when the moon is like this and the sun on the other side? How in the hell is it still getting a reflection? And how is it still glowing? Answer me that question. Riddle me that. See, what makes better sense to me is just like the sun has its own light, the moon has its own light. What's so fucking wrong with that? Our creator created light for the daylight and light for the nighttime. That makes better sense than this shit they giving us. And here's another question that y'all need to be asking. If they went one time and they didn't have the technology back then that they have now, why haven't they went back? Even one of the astronauts who went up there with them admitted that they didn't roam around and they didn't get a chance to see what resources was up there. So why haven't they went back? But see, we don't ask them questions like that. We're brainwashed in school to believe in this shit, and we don't never doubt them or ask them questions about why is this and why is that, because we think because they have so much education that they must be right, or they know this and they know that. Hell, you can have all the education in the world and still be dumb. The only thing with them is they can use the education they have against us if we're not smart enough to know that they full of shit. I remember when a bunch of astronauts came to our school. This was in grade school, and I asked them, when will we be able to live on the moon? And he said, in 2005. Okay, 2005 done when it came. We still not living on no damn moon. That right there should tell you everything that you need to know. If they'll lie to a child, what the hell make you think they won't lie to an adult? But see, that would be the best time to train somebody and brainwash somebody. You start out when they're kids, and that's why we don't question them, because in science class they brainwash us into believing all of this shit. And we grow up believing it. At one point, I believed this until I really sat down and just started thinking about stuff. I began to think and realized that the shit that they was teaching us didn't really make any sense. I don't give a damn about the big words and all this other shit. They use all of these fancy words and terms and shit to throw you off. Make you feel like you're inferior to them and they're superior, when you can learn the same shit that they learned if you wanted to. And before y'all come with this, well, there's video footage, I don't believe that shit either. In the same way movies back then used technology to make you think that they were somewhere else, but they really was, somewhere else. Like Star Trek, for an example. Okay, we both know that was a space show, right? They always would make you think that they was out of space and they was on different planets, but the whole time they was on Earth. They could have done the same thing with those moon videos. Hell, a lot of that footage is lost and they can't even find it. So what does that tell you? that them bastards didn't really go on the moon, and that's my take on that. Bye.